Your coffee and nice fresh croissant for Monsieur le Commissionaire.
I'm going to pass on the croissants.
Oh, Robert!
I know. Lots and lots of waste. There are thousands of little frogs out there hungry for those croissants.
Actually, I was worried about the Porchenkos going hungry.
I'm sure Grant and Celia provided for their breakfast.
We don't even know if they managed to get dinner to them last night. I'm really worried.
Darling, Grant and Celia are nothing if not very resourceful.
And the Quartermains are nothing if not very cagey and a touch. How many trips can Grant and Celia make to that basement without arousing suspicion? Maybe that's it.
Oh, listen, I better get that. No. Scorpio. Yeah? Today? Certainly. All right, you tell the mayor I'll be there.
Something wrong?
I've been summoned to the mayor's office. I wonder if it's about this Porchenko involvement.
But you've already been chewed out about that.
I know, it's what concerns me. There really isn't anything else left to say.
Probably nothing, or something very dull like the budget for next year. Why couldn't it be with the budget?
Holly, I've already told you. Lee and I have had our department meeting. The budget was fully discussed.
All right, then. By a process of elimination...
Can we forget about this?
I just don't want you to be worried.
I'm not. Whatever will be, will be.
Well, that's one way of looking at it.
I can't think of a better way. Now, meanwhile, I'm going to the office. I'm going to do my work, and by noon, the suspense will be over.
That's it.
What?
The meeting is at noon. Lee's office at noon. He wants to have lunch with you.
Lunch wasn't mentioned.
It's only logical.
Darling, whenever I have lunch with Lee in his office, his secretary asks me what I want from the cafeteria. I usually reply, corned beef on rye. But she never fails to ask. Sweet little thing.
Well, I'm sorry.
About what?
You're going to be stuck in Lee's office without having any lunch.
That's the least of my concerns.
Oh, you are concerned, then?
I'm worried. Jackson or some other person from the State Department may have found a way to apply more pressure to him.
There's no reason to think that it is concerning the Porchenkos, though.
I could think of a reason.
What?
I've just had a rather jolly thought.
Oh?
You recall the other day that I offered Lee my resignation?
Right, and he refused to accept your offer.
Maybe he's changed his mind.
Oh, no, that's preposterous. Lee would never let you go.
Look, I can't be bothered second-guessing this whole thing. I'm going to work.
You call me as soon as it's finished.
Where are you going to be around lunchtime?
Right here. I'm not budging from this house until I know what's happened.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, you don't seem surprised to see me.
I'm not. I fixed you some brunch or whatever you want to call it at this hour.
Did you know I'd be home so soon?
Ramsey called. Lee said that the meeting had been pushed back and that it was going to be here now, and the mayor's office called a second time to say that Lee would definitely be here by 3:30.
Wait a minute. Aren't these those bloody croissants from this morning?
They're sandwiches now, Robert.
Waste not, want not, I guess.
Actually, I'm glad you're here.
You may not be. I've brought home a trunkload of work, and you may not see my face for hours.
Oh, no, I know that. It's just that I'm really worried about the Porchenkos.
Well, what have you heard? Do you know something?
Well, I haven't heard anything. That's the point. I've been trying to call the gatehouse every 5 minutes, and Celia isn't answering. And Grant isn't at the hospital either. What if something's gone wrong? I'll help you in a minute, Grant. That must be Lee. I'll get it, Robert. Aha, Mr. Mill.
Holly, nice to see you.
Nice to see you, too.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, Lee, you made it. That thing with Ginny Blake must have been quite a marathon.
I think I would rather have run a marathon.
That bad, huh?
Well, it's that repetitious. I suppose those people know what they're doing, but it beats me.
I think our mayor could use a cup of coffee.
No, I have been coffeeed to death at that studio.
You sure?
Oh, positive. But look, this isn't going to take long. It's just some rethinking I've done since our last encounter.
Well, I'm going to excuse myself then. I'll be upstairs if you need anything.
This, Porchenko matter still on your mind?
What else?
Some unfinished business between us?
I think so.
You have the floor.
Do you think I was unreasonable the other day?
Well, look, I can understand where you were coming from.
Well, you made it very plain where you were.
We were both very plain.
I'm just not sure I was plain enough.
Oh?
Robert, I want you to understand that I think you've done a remarkable job for this city, especially considering your background.
Which now seems to be a liability if I read you right.
Yes, where the Porchenkos are concerned. I know that your training with the WSB has colored your judgment and got you into this mess.
I prefer to think that Jackson and company created this mess.
But I'm just anxious not to be a part of it any further, Robert.
Okay, I understand. So, you say you've been doing some rethinking?
Yes. I don't think I made myself plain enough the other day.
Well, I wouldn't say...
No, wait a minute. Now, hear me out. Look, I meant what I said. I mean, every word of it. But I neglected to tell you, despite what I said about what you did and why you did it, that I have every confidence in you as my commissioner.
Well, I'm very happy to hear that, Lee. I mean, very happy indeed.
I have every reason to believe that this incident is going to blow over. I mean, it's just a matter of time before the State Department gets off our backs, providing you don't give them any further incentive.
I have no intention of fueling their leaky, outmoded engine. It'll die down.
Robert.
Lee, I assure you.
All right, what is the exact status of the Porchenkos now, Robert?
Hopeful.
Meaning?
Shortly, they will be safe on their way and out of your hair.
What you're telling me is that you're still in this thing up to your neck.
I assure you, that is not the case.
That's not good enough. Now, who's going to take over for you?
Some former acquaintances, underground operatives.
WSB?
Right.
Well, now, what if it's traced back to you?
There will be no shred of connection.
What makes you so sure?
I'll plan it that way.
How?
Whenever it happens, whatever happens, I'm not going to be here.
You're what?
I won't be in Port Charles.
I thought I made this plain the other day. I am not going to accept your resignation.
I'm not resigning.
Then why the devil won't you be here?
Do I have to put it in writing? Mr. Mayor, do I not have your consideration? Am I not overworked? When was the last time Police Commissioner Scorpio took a decent vacation?